this show, the other show, the one you know. You listen to the other show with real life friends, Kenny, Josh, and Spencer, so let's go!
So anyway, I've been gone basically this whole week between being in Nashville until Wednesday night. My flight got in like at 11 o'clock. Crazy story there. And then just working late, trying to catch up on everything. So by the time I got home Thursday and Friday, the kids are basically already in bed, and I got my haircut Friday. So wake up Saturday morning, and Hazel's been doing this really cute thing where when she wakes up, she'll come bust into her room and be like, "It's morning time."
Oh, I actually hate that.
It's really cute.
My mom did that in high school, and I hated that.
And then she turned the vacuum on right by when you were sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, welcome, Josh.
Oh, hey, Josh.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Wait, so was that the big setup? Because we talked about your haircut, but didn't quite get there.
No, so Saturday morning, like,
There's
she
no
comes
build
in.
up.
Yeah.
No, she comes in, does her whole, like, it's morning time, drags me into her room to play. So we're in there playing, and then she looks at me, she's like, "Dad, you got haircuts." I said, "Yeah, I did. My hair was way too long." She said, "No, I miss your beautiful hair." And I said, "My hair was really long, Hazel." She's like, "You had long, beautiful hair like me."
Oh, that's so sad. You let her down.
I did.
You were so beautiful.
I told her to grow back.
Your haircut looks good.
It does.
But
I think I look good.
She couldn't quite see through the sadness, obviously.
No, and it's not long, beautiful hair.
I mean, it's nothing like Josh's. Josh, are you
Show
pulling
and
the
tell,
hair out?
baby. Show and tell. No,
Josh is flaunting it.
I had a little bit of hat hair.
You're looking a little woolly.
Not quite like my little brother, but yeah, I've been growing out my hair again. I did this last year, and I did last year for reasons because my nephew was going through cancer and everything, and so
yeah, you have reasons this year. Can I tell everybody the secret?
My reasons this year.
Yeah,
I sure would like to know.
Yeah, Josh got hired as the new mascot for the Utah Hockey Club when they announced that they're going to be the Mammoths.
Oh, yay! Yay, Josh!
I don't even consider that an insult, dude. Thank you.
I wasn't insulting you.
Joshua Snow Mammoth. I love it.
Yes.
Have you told Marianne she's going to have to change her name?
Yeah, I'll let her know after this airs.
Miss Mammoth. Mrs. Mammoth.
Marianne Mammoth. I love it.
Wait, so Spencer, are you going to go a couple months without cutting your hair now, or are you just going to hope that your daughter forgets that she liked your hair once upon a time?
Once upon a time, she'll never like it again.
Yeah, right. This is just the dad I know, and I have to like.
No, I am committed to giving this relationship a shot. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if this one works out. If not, I might be back to.
And by relationship, you mean new barber? But yeah,
not Hazel.
Oh, I was thinking, I'm like, what? The next kid up?
Yeah, Josh, you
little Howie.
You missed it. We did talk on Toos about cheating on your barber or waiting for a relationship to have its natural end. And you just cut your own hair, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well,
it's really awkward if he breaks up with his barber.
You know what they say about that? You can go blind. So, like literally,
5-finger discount.
Yeah. Well, I don't like that in that context.
Gross.
Two at best. So.
That's a common 50% for no reason.
Well, I do like your haircut. Josh, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're going to have to listen. Hey, guys, happy Easter. When is Easter?
Not quite.
It's not next week, but the week after.
Well,
Okay.
next week is Holy Week, which is like the whole best part of Easter, let's be honest.
Wait, do you celebrate the whole week? The whole Holy Week?
Not like a Orthodox Christian, but yeah. Like I actually wrote a book like the past couple of months for. It kind of started off as this thing for my primary kids because I teach primary in church, and then it just kind of evolved into like 115 pages of
what?
Of like Holy Week activities that you can do with kids.
Josh, did you lend that to a neighbor and did it get lost?
It was 115 pages, not 116.
If it was 116 pages, then
that's real inside Mormon.
I need to go ask the Harrises where it is.
My god.
Okay, so it wasn't lost, just misplaced.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a deep
Someone's
cut.
nagging wife. That's deep dive right there. Wait, I don't want you to tell us too much about this, because if this is something that you're going to print or something or publish, like, obviously I would like to see it at that point. Or is this just for your own personal use?
Yeah, it started like that, and then once I kind of finished it, and I kept kind of adding to it.
Yeah.
And I added the activities. I added like a scriptural timeline of things that happened every day during Holy Week. A bunch of quotes from LDS, like general authorities and other people, and it just, it kind of got out of hand. I mean, I kind of blame my ADHD, where I got so hyper focused on it.
Josh, you got to be really careful with this stuff, like this DIY Mormon stuff, especially if you get a YouTube channel going or a podcast, because next thing you know, you're the next Ruby Frank.
Yeah, you're gonna have your own like Netflix true crime documentary.
Good thing Marianne and I are childless. So cats, you better beware.
No, it's always like then some weird Utah County woman starts following a little too closely. She's all about Holy Week, and then she kills somebody. You know, it's all bad.
Well, I was gonna say there's the whole, what's her name, Lori, whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah.
And that's what you have to be worried about.
I mean, I'm only gonna do a little dive into this. Do you have like any like Passover sort of traditions in there as well?
Actually, yes. Like I went over the symbolism of Passover and
like the
Easter
Seder
week.
and all that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then as far as traditions go, this year we actually have a Passover that we're doing with all of my cousins and everything. So I'm kind of excited. Are you doing anything for Passover?
Once every 3 years, we do the whole Seder dinner, which is about 3 hours. And so we have to, I think I may have talked about this before, but yeah, you just, Josh, but you sing the songs, you recite the lines, and it's all very hard to pronounce.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I am 100% White Boy Utah.
Sure.
So what songs do you read? Is it like dreidel, 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 da 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 da?
That Hanukkah. Is definitely around Hanukkah. It is like, oh wow, I'll butcher it if I do it.
I know. I don't want to like.
I'll swear in Yiddish. But I'll say this, Spencer. I don't know. I think you'd like the tradition. You wouldn't like the food. The food is some of the most bitter / tasteless food there is.
You say that, but I also did go to BYU, Idaho, so I did have a Passover meal.
Okay.
I was gonna say
I got credit for it.
Either that or just go to anywhere in Great Britain.
Yeah, that's it.
Same thing. I actually.
Oh, they serve spotted dick.
I thought that we weren't going to bring this. Oh wait, you're talking about something else.
Yeah.
Vitiligo, man, vitiligo.
No, Josh, the pony has the
let's
pony.
let's just.
We got to move on.
Yeah. So So Passover.
Pass over that joke.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Like, I love this time of the year anyway. Whether it's Passover, whether it's Easter, and
is it because of the good feelings? Is it because you just want to reach out and love your fellow man?
Yeah, like Easter for me has changed a lot over the past few years. Just because I feel like I'm understanding more of the religious aspect of it a lot more, and it feels a lot more like I love it more than Christmas.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, like I love everything associated with it because I grew up with just focusing on the Easter Bunny. And not to say that that's necessarily bad, but for me, that was the focus for so many years, right?
Yeah.
Like being worried about what the Easter Bunny was going to bring. And it wasn't really until about maybe 4 years ago that really shifted for me. And understanding the Holy Week traditions and Passover traditions and how they mirror each other and everything, I just became fascinated by the whole thing. And I'm like, wow, this is such a better holiday than Christmas.
Well,
and so
let me ask you this: which has better candy, Christmas or Easter?
Easter, man. Oh, Easter.
Oh, Easter, yeah. The eggs, the Reese's eggs, way better ratio.
Reese's eggs, the Starburst jelly beans, personal favorite.
Yes.
The Cadbury Mini Eggs, amazing, obviously.
Stale Peeps.
But listen,
okay.
I would see that as a negative.
No. There is a science to this. I think I've talked about this on last year.
Test.
Every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
You have to air them out at least 2 to 3 weeks before Easter.
Oh, so you're saying if people are starting now, they're even a little too late.
You're a little late here. But honestly, stale Peeps are great. But you know how there's been this egg shortage, with
real egg shortage,
like a real egg shortage. Dude, there is an egg shortage of Cadbury Mini Eggs. Because I was making dessert for the family for Sunday dinner, and I wanted to make these Cadbury egg like cookie brownies.
Sounds amazing.
And so I went to Costco yesterday to get some. No Cadbury Mini Eggs. And I even asked one of the workers there, and like, we haven't really seen them in, or whenever we get some, they're just immediately gone. It's like, well, crap. Like, I didn't need that many.
Okay.
But, like, it's the Cadbury Mini Eggs, right? Like, you just want them around anyway. A huge bag is great. So we decided to go to Walmart, and I looked everywhere.
What?
Like, there were no Cadbury Mini Eggs, and so I'm sitting there.
Did you look in the seasonal section or just
yes?
The candy? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I looked in the seasonal. I looked in the regular candy aisle, and there's nothing. I'm sitting there in the middle of it. I'm like, Heavenly Father, please bless that I can find some Cadbury Mini Eggs. And I kid you not, I found some like on this random shelf. They were dark chocolate.
Ew.
But I'm like, you know what? It doesn't
It's an Easter
matter.
miracle.
It's all going into the same place, right?
Okay, sure.
So I had to get 2 bags, so I couldn't find a second bag to save my life again. So I had to just improvise with some M&M Easter candies, but there's none. Like I couldn't even find any at Macy's when I went there. There's got to be another egg shortage here because there's.
You're not imagining it.
Any.
According to ChatGPT, there is a shortage this year, and part of it is due to bots and resellers. Seasonal candies like Mini Eggs and Peeps are getting scooped up by resellers who flip them online for a markup.
Oh, freaking scalpers!
Jerks.
Cadbury scalpers.
You can scalp my game tickets, but don't you dare scalp my Cadbury Mini Eggs.
What?
Gross.
Here's the thing, Josh, for you, I'm going to go to Smith's tomorrow because I bought some on Saturday. I'm going to go to Smith's and buy a couple bags for you.
Oh.
I'll sell them to you just about 1.5 times the actual price. So, because little did you guys know, my new business is just reselling Easter candy. So,
You know who else is in that business?
who?
The Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
I thought this was another Jewish joke.
No, I'm not going there. Not in this political climate.
Yeah, good call. So the Easter Bunny's scalping my candy?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Where does he get the candy from? He's going to like the Smiths. He's going to the Kroger's. He's going to. I'm just naming different brands of Smiths.
He lays it. Yeah.
The King Supers. No, he's going around. He's buying up all the supply. It's not easy to make all that candy for like all the kids in the world. So of course he's got to get it from somewhere. So he's the reason there's supply chain issues. He's flipping the candy.
Have you ever looked at the lore of the Easter Bunny?
Go on.
He poops jelly beans. Ask your Chat GPT.
Wait, like, are we talking Brock's jelly beans? Because those I would believe, but better not be jelly beans.
They're probably like black licorice.
Yeah. Don't eat black licorice jelly beans, especially if they're in a little pile outside.
Mm-hmm. It's the Easter Bunny.
So it says it's got pagan roots in the goddess Eostre. According to legend, her sacred animal was a hare, symbolizing new life and rebirth.
Just ask if the Easter Bunny poops jelly beans.
No, some stories say Eostre could turn a bird into a rabbit who could still lay eggs. Oh yeah, that's where your magical egg-laying bunny comes from, right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. German folklore has
here we go.
Osterhaus,
Krampus.
a mystical hare that laid colored eggs in hidden nests. Children would build little nests like modern Easter baskets and leave it out for Osterhaus to lay eggs in.
It'd be hard to pass a Kinder egg, I think. You know?
Yeah.
It seems kind of dangerous.
How does the toy get in there?
Yeah. You have some Betos the night before, and you are just, I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
Here's some modern Eastern lore. He lives in a magical burrow, sometimes in Easter Village or Eggland.
Okay.
Works with helpers to make candy and toys. Delivers baskets on Easter Eve, often hiding around the house or yard. He's not officially confirmed to have reindeer yet. So he's just stealing Santa's vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Easter Valley, Eggland, magical toys, and like, okay, so this is a point of contention. I love you, Stephanie, but this happens every year.
Here we go.
What do we get the kids for the Easter basket? I'm not a toy person. I can tell they're teenagers. Like, it's just straight candy.
Yeah.
Like, they don't need toys.
Well, okay. Well, with you guys, when you were allowed to hunt for Easter eggs and candy, was it a competition, or did you already did the Easter Bunny preset a basket for you?
We were communists.
Oh, meaning you all suffered and got potatoes, baked potatoes?
Stood in a line Easter morning for hours.
Baked potato.
We had to go around and look for the Easter basket bunnies, and then we had to redistribute at the end.
Oh, you had to redistribute?
Yeah, so everyone was equal.
Oh,
9 kids, come on, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing. For us, we never got toys. And when my friends got toys from their Easter Bunny, I was always a little pissed. But we always, even though we may have decorated eggs and stuff like that and just hid those personally, it was like whoever got there first, whoever was looking under the couch cushions, whatever, you get that, right?
We unless it was my grandma, who was German, like just straight up German.
Yeah.
A lot more practical. She labeled all the eggs.
Oh.
So when you looked around,
you had a communist Easter. I had a Darwin Easter. Josh, what did you have?
He had a capitalist Easter. They had to start their own business to buy their own eggs.
I mean, I would.
So, yeah, somewhere in the middle there. It really was find 3 eggs. Like it was a 3 egg.
And then you stop.
Yeah. And then you're done finding your eggs. In our Easter basket, I mean, we had pretty much the same candy, like spread around. We did have toys and stuff when we were younger, but I think that really stopped when I was about 3 or 4, because one Easter Sunday, I got a pair of underoos in my Easter basket.
Okay.
And my mom got pulled out of her Sunday school because I was in primary, and I had stripped.
Oh no!
To my underoos
to show them off.
Yeah, to show them off, because everybody else got suits and Easter dresses and bonnets, and there I was in my Easter, in my I think they were Superman underoos.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say Superman or Micro Machines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was Superman for sure. And my mom, I mean, she was just embarrassed. But
she was not
sitting
surprised.
there. I was so. The thing is I was sitting there just so reverent, just listening to the lesson.
Yeah.
But I was in my underoos, and so she had asked me, and I just told her I wanted to show off what I got for Easter because everybody else was.
I'm just really glad you weren't born on Easter.
Birthday suit.
Okay. Geez.
I just want to show off what my mama gave me.
I like how, I guess Easter's not for a couple weeks now, and we're like, hey, it's an Easter show.
Yeah.
It's fine. Do you guys remember the Rankin Bass Easter Christmas special?
Nope.
Was it the Easter Bunny that had the very floppy ears? I can't remember. Or no, is that the donkey?
So. I just remember the mailman at the beginning.
So we have 3 of them. There's Here Comes Peter Cottontail, the first Easter Rabbit, and the Easter Bunny is coming to town. So sounds like kind of rip-offs.
Well,
I think
of
it
their
was
own
Here
thing.
Comes Peter Cottontail.
So it's a white Easter Bunny. It has little vest with stripes on the collar.
No, don't describe the Easter Bunny. Describe the man that tells the story.
Is he the
Autry?
Is it the conductor? Yeah, it's the same guy who does shoot. What other one he's from? Santa Claus is Coming to Town? Yeah, he's just wearing the blue conductor suit. Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm gonna pass.
What other Easter movies are there?
Passion.
The Chosen.
The Passion.
Silence is deafening.
We're all Jesus movies.
Which, by the way, the second showing of The Chosen was pretty awesome.
Wait, the second time you saw The Chosen?
Well, no, because
That hasn't happened yet. I watched General Conference today, and they said no man knoweth when that happens. So you can't tell me when the second showing of Jesus is.
showing?
Okay.
Oh, stop it.
The second showing.
No, so
Like we're going
there's
to a movie.
there's 8 episodes in this season of The Chosen, and so
Okay.
the first showing they only did 2 episodes. This last one they did 3 episodes, and then they're going to do another 3 episodes this upcoming Friday. So
Okay.
and it's the theme of it is the Last Supper. And so
Yeah.
that's why I think I'm even more entranced by it because, of everything with Easter and everything. So
Yeah.
No, I get that. Like when I watch something a lot, I tend to try and pick up on traits from that. Like when I watched Pirates of the Caribbean in high school, I did that really annoying thing where you walk around like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. It's okay.
you're like,
Everyone
is
else did
Spencer
too.
drunk again?
Is Spencer drunk or is he doing a really bad impression of Jack Sparrow?
Yes.
It's a bad impression. Where'd Kent go?
Sorry, guys. I had to leave for a second and get this big giant cat.
He is getting so big. I
I
just
love
want
his
him to
movies.
meow into the mic.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to get him an operation.
Is he starting to spray?
He's getting to that point. He's starting to get a little devious.
Does he follow you to the bathroom like in the middle of the night?
Do you want some TMI?
I'm just saying, like, Walt has started following me to the bathroom every night I get up to go.
If I'm ever sitting on the John, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just doing my business, he sits at my feet and he looks at me and just stares. And I'm like, hey, buddy. And then I'm just like playing games on my phone. And he'll either want to get on my lap and sit down, okay? Or he hasn't done this for a bit because he's not as small as he used to be, but he used to jump inside my undies and lay there. Okay.
Cute.
Or this happened the other day. I was getting ready for the shower and I was literally sitting down and he jumps on my back with his claws, climbs up my bare skin. And there were some words exchanged. So yeah, that's what he does. He doesn't leave me alone, which is cute, but I don't need claws on my back.
Yeah, I'm glad that Walt and Roy are declawed.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, they're defenseless. Those poor cats.
Well, hey, we didn't do it. That was just how they came on KSL.
Yeah.
That was also a requirement from Mary
Kent,
Ann.
Josh, I have some really bad news about Nintendo.
Go on.
What, you don't want to talk about cats in the bathroom?
The bathroom?
No, you've heard about like all the Nintendo like drama, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm clueless on this, so educate me.
Okay, I got you. Before Spencer reads this article that he just found. Spencer, stop me if I start telling your story.
Okay.
So it's, Nintendo, they've had the Switch. It's been out for about 8 years at this point. And everyone's like, hey, it's about time you make the Switch Part 2 or the next Nintendo system. Yes, Spencer?
This has nothing to do with the Switch 2.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Like,
What?
We're not gonna bring up tariffs on the show. What do we are like? We don't know what those are.
I was actually going to give real news. So, anyways, in short, because this has nothing to do with Spencer's story, they announced the Switch 2, and games are going to be about $80 to $90, and for a $500 console or more, depending on how the market goes.
They did cancel pre-orders until they figure out how much it's actually going to cost. Now,
Yeah. So people are a little upset that Nintendo games that are a little more rudimentary as far as like gameplay and graphics go are going to be the most expensive games ever sold. Anyway, Spencer, tell us your actual Nintendo story.
Nintendo enlists the Rizzler as an official partner.
Oh, that's horrible news.
Nintendo's worked with celebrities and influencers to promote products for decades. We know this. But the Rizzler, who is a member of the Costco Guy group, which came to prominence with their Costco-related videos.
We're Costco guys.
Yep, they rate everything on a boom scale of 1 to 5 booms.
Yeah.
They have
That's
now
annoying.
recruited the Rizzler to be one of their brand ambassadors, joining celebrities like Brie Larson, Kenan Thompson, Sabrina Carpenter, and many others, including the late Robin Williams.
What?
Yeah. This is I hate this.
This is a huge step down. You could tell me that the Nintendo Switch is going to be costing, $600+ now because of reasons, and their games are going to be the most expensive ever. But I think the thing that it would dissuade me the most from buying a Nintendo Switch 2 at this point is the Rizzler. It sounds like a Batman villain.
No, he sounds like a rejected McDonald's character, to be honest with you.
It sounds like someone I'll eventually be buying drugs from in an alleyway in 20 years.
Not with that sweet
Hey,
Nintendo
Rizzler,
money.
you got this stuff. You got this stuff, Rizzler.
Wait, okay, so I'm just looking this up because I had no idea who the Rizzler is. He's an 8-year-old kid?
Yeah, we're making fun of an 8-year-old kid.
He's either 8 or 34. I can't tell.
I seriously don't want to be his friend, just from the picture I'm looking at on Wikipedia.
He does the Riz face a lot.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. That's on Wikipedia.
Here's my thing. I'm not going to take it out on the Rizzler. He's a kid. I blame the father in this one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like trying
It's
to
easy
force
money.
your kids into this, and like the manipulation there. We can go into a whole thing on kid influencers.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the parents, and the amount of disrespect I have for people trying to force their kids to follow in footsteps and fit this mold to push their own fame. Not the kids' fame, the parents' fame.
You've seen the video with the Costco guys where, what is his name? AJ is trying to record the video. And he's basically Big Justice, who I think is the kid's name in this case, is like kind of being like forced to record these videos, it seems. Mm-hmm. He does not seem too pleased about it, but it's his life. So he has to do it. But it's a controlling parent situation.
You better not be crapping on Ryan's World, because I still maybe watch that.
I mean, listen, I might.
Never watched that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm talking about, just parents who force their kids to promote them, not letting their kids do what they want to do and be who they want to be, because you're going to be famous or you're going to get me famous.
Right.
Like, I just hate it. Next thing you know, this kid's never going to move out of his parents' house, and he's going to be laughing at his dad's jokes on repeat. I'm convinced fame smells like Broadway Street in Nashville.
Oh yeah, you went to Nashville. Look at that segue. Okay, go on.
And
I've never been to Nashville. You got to tell me about it.
I don't think I'll ever be back.
Oh, bad?
Or did you get fired?
I was not impressed. No, like, we had a good conference. I was there for work, right? It's not like I saw a ton of the city, but one of the guys I was with considered this was quite the foodie. Turns out he's using the same equations as the White House to figure things out, because he just asked ChatGPT where we should go eat that night. Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as like what I did see, I just wasn't impressed. Like, we went on 12th Street, which was kind of like Park City.
Mm-hmm.
So we did have some of the best biscuits and bacon I've ever had in my life. And that is saying something, because I'm picky about my bacon.
Biscuits and bacon.
Yeah.
Is that like...
Yeah, tell us about this dish.
It was like a breakfast joint. Okay. And there was like a 45-minute wait to get in. I'm like, there's no way that this breakfast is worth waiting 45 minutes, but whatever. We have nothing to do until the exhibit hall opens. So let's have a late breakfast and spend, I think it was like $30 for my biscuit, egg, and bacon.
Okay.
Like, way too much, but it was such a buttery, flaky biscuit. So they have these biscuits in Argentina they call criollos, and they're square cut, and you just like 1,000 layers of buttery biscuit. So good. And then you walk in this place. It's called Buttermilk Ranch, or the Buttermilk. Yeah, Buttermilk Ranch.
Okay.
Is what it's called. And you can see the bacon like hanging, and they're curing it themselves. And it was amen, amen, and amen. The best.
Wait, was it candied bacon, or is it just regular, just greasy bacon?
No, it's like regular, just smoked bacon. Like, but they make it themselves, and it's delicious. And it is almost worth dying for, because we almost died on the way there.
Go on.
Mm-hmm. We get in our Uber, and we knew this was going to be a weird Uber to begin with.
Oh.
When we get in, and we're like 5 minutes into our journey, and the lady types on her phone. She had a translator app. Can I say something, you not be offended?
Oh.
And we're like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And she says, I think men with beards are beautiful. You beautiful.
Oh.
Not to me, because I'm like patches I'll get out.
Yeah, but still, that's like not bad. That'd be like, I was ready to be offended.
Yeah, that'd be not bad if she didn't almost like run us into a semi right afterwards.
Because she was so distracted by the beauty.
I kid you not. We came within inches of doing a tailspin, like a pit maneuver on a semi as we're driving to get these biscuits. And I tell you what, I saw my entire life flash before my eyes, and those biscuits were absolutely worth it.
Did you scream?
No.
No, you probably did that one thing that every time like I would get too close to a driver where you put your arm out like this.
Like,
Did you do that?
so there's 4 of us in the car.
Yeah.
Four very different
screamed.
reactions.
He screamed.
Yeah.
No, but there is a little brown spot in.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that would have been there even if you didn't almost get hit. Let's be honest.
The guy behind me screamed. The other guy went, huh.
What was your
Nick
final
did
word? Huh. Yeah.
He did the whole rosary, cross himself.
Mine's always
Like,
the S word. And I'm like, that's how I'm going to go out saying the S word?
Legit almost died. Okay. And that was every freaking Uber driver while we were there. I think only Raul, the gay guy from New Orleans, he was great.
Okay.
Wonderful. He drove us to our hotel, and then Noel drove us back. Wonderful. But everyone in between, we had one that was televangelizing about the Babylon Bee.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Kid you not? We're driving around to get to this barbecue joint, which on par with R&R, not worth coming
Oh,
back to
wow.
12th
Okay.
Street.
Jeez.
Just like R&R, Banana Pudding was great.
I
Okay.
hate R&R.
But he's like weaving in and out of traffic. And like we mentioned, hey man, can you slow it down? We almost died this morning. And it's like, yeah, I get that. I almost died right over there. And he points to where he had totaled a car earlier that year, or this year. And like, he's not even paying attention to the road as he's going like 90 down the road.
That's not how you get 5 stars.
No.
Mm-mm.
And not, this is going to be my last little bit here on Nashville. Because again, those biscuits, I'll tell you what.
Sounds
Oh,
so
so good.
Did they have biscuits and
So
gravy? Because that's all I want when it comes to
Oh, you could have
breakfast
gotten
food.
biscuits and gravy, but I was like, I gotta,
good. No. Why
gotta get
taint
the
the
basic.
biscuit with gravy?
You said taint.
no, but they have little homemade jam. They give you a little homemade jam,
Oh,
and you got to take the little
gosh.
jar with you.
What? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nope.
So
I'm
good,
drooling.
so good, so good. But Broadway. So the first night we took a riverboat
Yeah.
from the Opry where we were staying to Broadway,
hmm
and so I'm on this riverboat full of like extremely drunk executives,
Sure.
like extremely drunk. I luckily found like a place at the front of the barge where like two.
That's when
dudes from
Spencer brought out Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Yeah, he's drunk. Nobody does
You know, I
that
should've.
impression anymore.
Because we actually ended up being like 30, 40 minutes late to Broadway because we parked the barge or the riverboat.
Yeah.
And we had to park on the opposite side of the river because the river was too high. Apparently they're flooding right now. So I
Oh.
feel kind of bad saying this.
Okay.
But the river was really high.
You just say it under your breath like, oh, it's okay.
Well, nobody's dead yet that I know of.
Oh, jeez.
But like the kids that were working the boat just could not get the rope around the moor.
Yeah.
So like, they had this guy come out hunched over, like this 80-year-old like guy that's like, I was born on this river, I've lived on this river, and I'm gonna die on this river kind of guy. And like he just hoists up this like 200-pound rope and just lassos the moor, like showing them how it's done.
Okay.
Okay, then we get to Broadway Street. So we had to cross the bridge at like, I think it's like 9:00 at night.
Mhm.
And if you've ever been downtown Nashville,
Never.
did not feel great crossing that bridge.
Oh,
Luckily, like it was me who's like 6'3", 300 pounds of fluff,
yeah.
and then Nick who's like a silverback gorilla,
Right.
like chain smoking behind me, you know. So we were left alone, but you know, it could have gone dicey.
Little dicey. Okay.
How do I describe Broadway in Nashville? You've been to Fremont Street, right?
Yeah.
So Fremont Street smells like weed, booze, and
Regret. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Broadway smells like wheeze, booze, broken dreams, and vomit.
Oh, yeah. Adding the vomit. Okay.
That's Bourbon
Yeah.
Street, though. Like, have you ever been on Bourbon Street?
Mm-mm.
I've been twice, and that is everything that you just described plus BO because of the humidity.
Oh.
Yeah, well, no, they've got the BO there too, but it's Bourbon Street smells like sin. This smells like broken hope and dreams.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, like it's the same thing. You just swap the broken dreams for sin.
So,
It's like a 1-to-1.
I feel like with our second tier status of being a podcast, we should rank like every
Street smells.
Street smell, give everybody a ranking.
So we've got Fremont Street, we've got Nashville, Broadway, Nashville. We have Bourbon Street, and then we have 9th and 9th, right? What else do we need?
Yeah, oh man, freaking 9th and 9th. It's the worst. It smells like smug. Anyways, okay, so you're not going back to Nashville. At least you don't want to.
Not anytime soon, unless I have to. But if I did,
well,
those biscuits, man.
I know. Bring me one back. I'm glad you're safe. But with all that, Josh, we have some phone calls.
So apology accepted, so long as we can have the Phasmophobia night. This is Jess, by the way. But I just have to call in. I got a back penny up. I'm sorry, Spencer. We host quite a few large parties on occasion, and the Holy Trinity that we typically get is like Costco hot dogs, Sam's Club pizza, because Sam's Club pizza is superior to Costco pizza, and I will die on that hill. And if we got kiddos coming, we usually pick up some McDonald's chicken nuggies because those are always gone. The kids always eat the chicken nuggies. Yeah, so on that note, Felix does in fact ask to go to McDonald's, but if it's like around food time and he wants to go play on the play place. But he's like a bit more of a social butterfly, so he'll go, like, he knows if he goes to the play place, it's small enough, he feels pretty brave, he's making new friends the entire time. But if we go and there's like no kids on the play place, he doesn't want to play on it. So, yeah, he wants to go mostly because he wants to go make new friends. So he does request it. Anyways, goodbye.
I'm gonna blow your mind here. Foster Farms chicken nuggets, same thing as McDonald's.
Oh,
Lost hopes and dreams.
Mm-hmm. Same tempura batter. So if you want to save some money, make them in bulk.
Hey, Jess, thanks for being on Team Sam's Club Pizza. Ditto. It's the best.
I haven't had Sam's Club pizza for quite a while. Now I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to eat some.
It's, I mean, if you're like desperate
night
for a $2.50 pizza combo, it's not a bad option. But yeah, we need to do side by side.
Tier 2 podcast. We can do the rankings.
Oh, shoot.
What?
So this text thread with my Nashville peeps. Death toll just hit 16.
Oh, no. Remember that time you were kind of joking around about hold on, do you got to talk about like this? That's so sad.
Yeah, I legit just got that text message 30 seconds ago.
You're fine.
Breaking news. So sad.
Okay, next one.
Hey guys, it's Wade. I've got a question for Kenny and a question for Spencer and maybe one for Josh. Kenny, will you be reviewing the movie The Chosen, The Last Supper? Because I'm going to ask that you not spoil it and tell us what happens. Spencer, have you been reading The Last Ronin Part 2 at all? I'm just curious. Josh, will you be running in a race in Salem coming up? Gentlemen, have a wonderful day. I would say be good. Let's just try to be better. Bye.
Somebody's been listening to conference about trying to be better. I actually will be doing one in September. I'm going to be doing the Mount Nebo half marathon, which is pacing. So
yeah, that's good. I was pretty good about spoiling The Chosen, doing what happens and all that. Listen, I don't watch things like The Chosen, even though Josh says I should. Instead, I do brain rot like Minecraft. So, it's funny. I feel like I'm above The Chosen because I'm like, oh, I don't want a feel good movie. I want to feel like my brain cells are dying movie. Like, where are my standards?
Back it up. Did you just say you're above Jesus?
Come on.
We're going to hold this against you,
I think you kind of did.
No, I'm just saying my dark soul doesn't usually gravitate towards like Christian cinema, but I'm not above Jesus. But what if I give it a bad review? I'm going to go to hell.
Crucify him.
See you there, Ken.
Crucify him. Now we see what kind of Jew you are, Ken.
What if it's not better than Snow White? What do I say then?
It's better than Snow White.
Okay, I'm sure it is.
Different grading scale for Christian movies.
Oh yeah, it's a different bar for sure.
Separate but equal.
It is a better Christian movie though, because I've watched my share of Christian movies and LDS films, and it definitely, it has a little bit of campiness, but it makes it more relatable.
Yeah,
like the whole four gospels and everything. So I love it.
And Spencer, Last Ronin Part 2.
I am collecting it. I have not had a chance to read it.
By the way, what is that? Just so we can clarify.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin is the canonical ending of the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, April, all of them. There is a sequel about the next generation of
this
Turtles.
was not about the time that we were friends without Kenny. Okay, gotcha.
No.
That's
So
the Lost Ronin.
I am collecting it. So I have them all. I just haven't had a
Don't
chance
even ask about
between
part 3.
school and switching jobs to dig into that. I'm also collecting Jason Aaron's current run on Ninja Turtles. I kind of wish he had done a reboot after Sophie Campbell, just because she screwed up a ton of stuff, and it's a big hole he has to dig himself out of. But I haven't really been able to dig into that as much as I wanted either. So I have them, I just haven't been able to get to them.
Okay. You're holding on to it.
You're disappointing, Wade.
I know.
Do better.
If it makes him feel better, I'm disappointing Stephanie too.
This is not a marital podcast.
Okay, real quick. I know we're going a little bit long, but I have a real quick story and or a list. So it's about which states would survive an alien invasion.
Oh, Utah.
Okay. Now, thank you for jumping in because I do want your guys' feedback. I do have the comprehensive list. I'll give some background real quick.
Top tier Jello belt.
It's they call it the Alien Survival Score. And so what that means is, let's see, there's a thing called a calculator website called the Giga Calculator, and they were ranking the states most likely to survive an alien invasion. And so they kind of go into the background. So like according to CNN, the Pentagon received over 1,650 reports of UFOs as of November of 2024. And that was just in the span of like a year and a half. And so they kind of went through where did these encounters or these sightings happen, like which states? And then they look at factors like forestry, bodies of water, and share of figures who might be useful in case of an extraterrestrial attack, such as scientists or military forces. Okay, I'll go through 10 through 6, and then we'll talk about maybe Utah, maybe Idaho. Okay. Okay. Number 10 is Georgia. They're the 10th most likely to survive an alien invasion.
The eye?
Yeah. Alaska is number 9. Alaska makes sense. Everyone's armed.
That one kind of makes sense. I'd put it a little higher.
And they have bears. I don't see aliens being able to like deal with bears.
I think truly this is going by how many crazies have seen these UFOs and then how much forest or different types of environments they have.
Well, I'd also, did they account for places aliens would actually want to visit?
Yeah. Well, for example, North Carolina is number 8. If I was an alien, I'd probably want to visit North Carolina.
For
it's a
what?
Nice place. Chapel Hill.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
And number 7, and I feel like this would be an alien like Spencer, Wisconsin, because of the cheese.
Well, the cheese,
Okay.
they probably want to catch a Packers game. The bratwursts are great.
Although Wisconsin, the average duration of the UFO seen in minutes is the lowest at 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Do you think that alien digestive systems can really process cheese, though? I
No
see that
way.
being
Lactose tolerant.
I see that being on the equivalent of like water, as in like signs.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's signs too.
Yeah, that's in Man of Steel. It takes them a while to like accommodate their systems, and
He's a dairy farmer. Don't throw that at me.
Have you ever wondered about Superman and like if he ever gets gas, like if he fluffs? Do you think it's very forceful?
A super
like,
fluff?
Yeah, like a super fluff.
Where do you think tornadoes come from?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, wow. Oh,
Mom and Pop
Yeah.
can't have to send him out to the back 40.
Yeah, he lives in Smallville, Kansas.
dude, you just
Tornado
blew my
belt.
mind. Literally.
Well, the super fluff. Okay.
I want
Okay.
a movie. I want a movie about this now.
So
And I will even take cross-eyed Superman.
I think this next state should be number 1 based on how crazy
I
that.
just want to say this real quick.
Yeah.
Josh, it's called Twisters. Superman's even in it.
Oh no, he's not. The fake one. Okay, so number 6 is Florida. Florida, I think, should be number 1 based on the wackos that would go to battle with any invader. No,
Nope. They'd probably try to breed with them.
I was going to say, Florida man would not be looking up in the sky. Florida man's just worried about who's in front of him in traffic.
Well, Florida man would be
you
like,
gotta,
that's a gator standing on its hind legs.
how much of Florida is actually Florida men? And how much is just snowbirds and retirees?
Oh yeah.
Like, they're going first. I'm not
yeah,
giving
for
Florida
sure.
a fight, you know?
Okay, so then we have Minnesota at number 5. Okay, so another one up there. New York is number 4.
Why?
Yeah, I think
It's
they're
always
saying.
destroyed.
Yeah, I know, right? I think they're saying based on
Like Upper New York?
I think they're saying law enforcement. It has one of the highest per capita law enforcement officers, obviously, per person. So
Can I make a joke? But I won't.
Yep, don't do it. And then number 3 is Massachusetts. Okay. Yeah, guys.
In Boston, yeah.
And then Alabama is number 2, which I kind of believe. Alabama has the highest amount of caves. So they're saying that people would hide in the caves. It has 35 caves, apparently. Okay.
Wait,
The lava tubes in Idaho.
They count the caves in the areas.
Caves?
They gotta have like 35 caves in like someone's backyard, probably. But guys, guess what? Idaho, Utah, not here at all.
No. We have the vault.
Yeah.
They didn't account for the vault. They didn't account for the food storage. They didn't account for the weapons. They didn't account for the fact that we have great diplomacy skills. They didn't account for the soda. Like, we have so much more reason that we would outlive any state and crush them in an alien invasion. We'd make friends with the aliens before we stabbed them in the back.
We'd convert them.
We'd smile them to death.
Mm-hmm.
They're assuming these aliens aren't coming from Kolob to begin with.
Wow.
Another deep cut.
Number 1 is Virginia. Virginia's number 1, and they're saying it has like 29 caves. It's 0.63% covered by forest. 0.808 of it's covered by water. I know you guys are pissed, but it has the highest amount of military force per 1,000 people, and that's 17.
Okay, what was their first colony in Virginia? And how long did it take them to disappear off the map?
Oh, Roanoke?
Yes.
Ooh.
They're not surviving Jack, you know what.
No, they're not. I mean, we organize and mobilize quickly. We've already broken out into units.
Yeah.
There's just an East Coast bias here.
Military. Yeah, we've all got guns, except for maybe Kent. We've all got guns.
I've got a
So we're safe. You've got Sting.
I've got Sting right behind me.
And you're up in the
Josh
woods.
has guns on his arms.
Josh has guns.
Yeah,
And-
there's no way that Utah's not number 1.
No, they didn't account for the preppers out here. They didn't account for the caves, the vault.
Yeah.
No, I don't buy it. This list is biased. Fake news. End the show.
You've just listened to The Other Show with Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. The Other Show is a Fat Squirrel production. Show design and audio editing is done by me, Josh Hansen. Sales and business manager is Spencer Myers. And resident sex appeal by none other than Kent C. Dunn. The Other Show is generously supported by our friends on Patreon. A huge thank you to our Friends with Benefits tier. These friends are contributing a minimum of $25 a month, which in return comes with some rather significant benefits, including the weekly off-the-cuff episodes of The Other Show, monthly bonus episodes, quarterly access to a live stream recording of an episode of The Other Show, and exclusive swag and perks. A huge thank you to our favorite Brit, Jonathan Baskar, the lovely and talented Mrs. Robinson, the one and only Chris Anderson, Brandon from Popfly Cards, Lady Terry A. Finley, the proud Disney mom, Tanya Budge, the other Keith Brown, it's Rick, not Dick, Smith, Dave, and everyone's favorite Melanie Milring. To support The Other Show on Patreon, visit patreon.com/The Other Show to join. Please rate, review, and subscribe to The Other Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. To better connect with us and other fans of The Other Show, join our Facebook group, The Other Group. For links to past episodes, our other shows, and to shop for show swag, visit our website at theother.show. And remember, when you're not listening to me here on The Other Show, you can listen to me on the Fartlek Running podcast show.
You can hear me on my other show, Baconsale.
And they didn't account for the funeral potatoes either. Like, we would legit show up with fresh baked bread and some funeral potatoes, and they wouldn't even attack us. And water is their weakness. Like, when we get them dunked, when we baptize them, boom, dead. Baptism for the dead. Baptism to dead.